Hello everyone, it's Nina and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be filming another monthly reset for leading into May. I'm actually filming this a little early because we are going to be away the last weekend in April, so I wanted to do all of my planning and goal setting ahead of time and just generally reset the house so it will be nice and clean and prepped for when we come back. I feel like overall in terms of this year and also in the videos I've made, I feel like overall I've not done as much goal setting and intentional planning as I would have liked to this far in the year. So in this video I wanted to do kind of some bigger goal setting for the next few months. The summer is when I usually have the most free time because I work in academia and there's no classes then, so my workload is a lot lighter that time of year. So I definitely want to plan out some activities I want to do, as well as set some kind of girl boss important goals. The other thing I just want to do a general deep clean reset of our apartment. I really want to change our sheets and and clean all of those as well as my comforter cover. I honestly also desperately need to clean my makeup brushes. I keep putting a calendar notification that I need to do it and then moving it to the next day. So I'm actually going to do that in this video. Anyway, that is my plan for this video. So with that all said and done, let's get right on into it. Okay, I wanted to transition right now and talk about a life update. Then just gonna say ahead of time, trigger warning, animal death. So if you want to skip this section, just go to the timestamp that is down here. But recently our cat George passed away. I feel truly insane because I'm pretty sure in a recent video I mentioned that he was doing okay health-wise, but then it just became the fact that suddenly he wasn't, and we ended up having to have him be put down. And we've been struggling mentally, emotionally. This is an experience that I've never been responsible for because George is the first cat I've owned as an adult. And it's just really, really weird now not having a cat around our apartment. We are definitely very lucky in the fact that the whole experience went as well as it possibly could. We went to his regular vet, and the vet that had been taking care of him for the last 3 years was the person that was with us when it finally happened. And I honestly don't think I would have trusted many other people to be in that situation with us. And overall, I think it is for the best because he was definitely getting to a place where he just wasn't doing well and definitely wasn't acting like himself. And it just didn't really seem like there would ever be a way out of that. So I definitely miss him. I'm probably going to put up a bunch of photos of him and videos as I've been talking. Luckily, me and my wife both take a ton of photos of him and have a lot of videos of him. So we're definitely not in a shortage of memories to look back on. And I'm also really lucky that we just have a lot of local friends that are very supportive. We went over my parents' house the night after it happened. And also Will has gotten us a lot of small, cute things to help us remember him by. So I think I am doing a bit better than I was, especially right when it first happened. But I wanted to mention it here and just have this be one singular time when I talk about it, considering the fact that George has shown up in some of my videos. I want to answer also another question because people in my personal life have asked this on if we are going to get another cat. And the answer is probably not, at least not in 2025. I think once we get a house, we will probably go back to fostering cats for a little bit, because even while I had George, I still did kind of miss that experience of meeting a new cat every month or so. We've also talked about maybe fostering kittens or a mom and kittens because we've never done that before. We did have one single kitten, but they were definitely a lot older. So I've never really had the full, very, very young kitten owning experience. And I just feel it would overall be a really fun experience to have. I feel right now we just kind of want to take our time without having any animal, and also just to foster again before we decide to get one. At the same time, I feel my wife and I have become kind of picky, because George was just such a perfect cat that it's who could possibly live up to his perfection. This is also very much far in the distance, but I have mentioned tangentially to my wife that it would be kind of fun to get a dog. I never grew up with a dog, and neither did she. And for a very long time, I was kind of actually scared of most medium to large size dogs, but I've slowly gotten out of that. And I just think it kind of would be a cool experience to have. Definitely a level up in terms of the amount of work and daily tasks that you have to do when having one. But I also do think that would be a good experience to have. But these are all very, very long-term goals. Not something that we're going to be doing anytime soon, at the very least in 2025. Just thought I would talk about them and give additional thoughts for possibly things that will happen in the future. Anyway, that is the life update I have right now in regards to George. I'm being very normal now for the camera, but it's been definitely pretty rough in dealing with him not being here. But you know, we're just like taking it one day at a time. Okay, so I have made some progress in doing some of the chores I set out for myself to do today. As you saw, I changed my sheets. I'm doing like 3 loads of laundry right now, including the sheets that I just took off of my bed, as well as our like duvet cover. We also did some like general cleaning. My wife vacuumed, and I have a load of dishes going in the dishwasher right now. And once that's done, I'll probably clean all the other dishes that were not included in that, as well as finally doing my makeup brushes. And we also finally threw out George's old litter box, since it was already kind of old and crusty and obviously not going to get used anymore. We're very, very slowly packing up some of his things. Like, I want to eventually get like a nice box to put all of his toys in, so that way they'll be all in one place when we eventually move, and I can like reset up all of them for any future cat we have. At some point also, I will like deep clean the pet cat bed that we had for him that he did actually sit in. Honestly, a lot of the foster cats that we had also actually used the cat bed as it was intended, which I feel like is sometimes a rarity. Usually cats will prefer to sit on like anything else except the bed that's designated for them, but he actually did use his cat bed quite a bit. And just the fact that he used it as well as a couple other of our foster cats means that it is a little worse for wear, so I definitely need to like take out the cushions and like give it a deep clean at some point in the future. I've also spent a lot of today reading the book that I'm currently in the middle of, which is The Hourglass Throne by Katie Edwards. This is the 3rd book in the Tarot Sequence series. I talked about the first 2 books in my recent reading wrap-up, and just like how much I really enjoyed them, and I'm really enjoying this one as well. I'm eventually going to have a full series reading vlog of the first 3 books in this series up on my channel. It might be up before this video. If not, it probably will be the one directly after this one. Really enjoying my time reading this. I read around like 90 pages or so today, like when I was having my breakfast and then like in between doing some of our other chores. But I think for right now, I might film another video, and then I'm going to get into editing a little bit. We're going to go over to Will's apartment later today to watch some Breaking Bad and probably get an early dinner. So I probably won't have any time to talk to you until next week when we film the last part of this reset. Okay, so it has been a couple more days. Call me Reggie Gigas because I'm having a slow start. I'm still working on the iced coffee I made earlier this morning. It's almost 1 p.m. now, and for the majority of the day, I actually was out of the apartment because, very excitingly, my best friend Will, his sister is moving into the same apartment complex as us. So me and Christina were helping them like unpack their car and move a bunch of stuff in. And then I spent like another hour helping them like get all the furniture set up. But now I'm finally back. I just did my makeup, and I think I'm going to film the end of a reading vlog and possibly another video. I want to really quick come on here because I wanted to like integrate some of my like favorites into these reset videos instead of just doing like seasonal favorites every couple months. So I thought I would talk about a couple things I've been really enjoying lately. The first 2 things I might have shown in previous videos where I like do my makeup on camera, but this is the like foundation and concealer combo I've been recently using. The first part is my foundation, which is this BB cream from Misha. This is the Perfect Cover BB cream. I have it in the color Bright Beige. I think there might only be like 3 or 4 color options, which is pretty unfortunate. If you have like any type of darker skin tone, there probably won't be a color that will be a good match for you. But I am very pale, so this color has been a really good match for me. I actually heard about it, I think from Cozy K's channel, and I really, really like it. I just in general find that I don't really need very heavy coverage for my foundation, so a BB cream like this has been really good. As you can see, I've used up quite a bit. When I hold it up to the light, like this entire center is like pretty much see-through. And then the concealer that I recently switched to is this Radiant Cream Concealer by Neutrogena. I think I got this because I wanted to try out some more like high-end concealers, and I saw that this one was a pretty good dupe for the like Natasha Denona one, which is one of the ones I was considering getting. And I really like it. I find this color might be slightly too yellow for my skin tone because I tend to have a pretty neutral to red undertone, but it's not super orangey, which is a problem I feel like I grew up with most of my concealers having. I also felt like the concealer that I used previous to this, which was the Makeup Revolution concealer, just wasn't settling the way I liked it to under my under eyes, which is what I primarily use concealer for, to do my under eyes as well as like a couple spot treatments. And so far this one has not been having those same issues, so I really, really like this and I probably would consider repurchasing it in the future. I also really like how long the wand is. I don't know why, it makes it seem a little bit more fancy, and I also feel like it gives me a little bit better like precision control, being able to hold it a little bit farther down from my face. And then along with that, I've actually switched over in the way that I do my foundation. Previously, I would always just use a makeup brush, and for the most part, it was working. I think especially also when I switched over from my previous foundation that was much heavier to a BB cream, I was getting pretty decent results using this with a brush. But recently, I've switched over back to using beauty blenders. I got this like 4-pack from Five Below, and there's only 2 left because the other 2 are currently dirty. And I'm probably also going to give one of these to Christina so that she can have one to try out again. I feel like I maybe used them back in high school, and I just didn't know the proper technique to use a beauty blender. Like lately, I actually have been wetting it and getting the sponge a lot more saturated and like kind of puffed up and squeezing out the excess and then dipping it into my foundation. And I feel like it's made my foundation coverage and the overall like patchiness and streakiness that I would sometimes get with using a brush like completely go away. And the first like 2 times I used the beauty blender, I was like, holy crap, my makeup actually looks really good. And it's actually been like more enjoyable to wear makeup because of the way that the wet beauty blender can actually really sheer out the foundation. So with this last week at work, because I had a lot of like events and stuff I was going to, I wore makeup, like not just eye makeup, but like full foundation 4 out of the 5 times, which I feel like I never do. So I'm really happy with that, and honestly giving me a lot more motivation to wear makeup more often, and also feeling like confident in the technique of my makeup and that it actually looks good, in beyond it just being like an obligation that I have to wear it. So that's the main thing beauty-wise that I've been really enjoying. Another thing I've really been enjoying is I've been wearing the like main big perfume bottle that I have a lot more lately, and that is the Soft Lawn by Imaginary Authors. Their outside packaging looks so cute. It looks like a little book. I think I mentioned this before in a possible gift guide video, but I think I originally found this brand from an Instagram ad. Here is what the bottle itself looks like. And on the back, there is a list of all of the fragrance notes. I just really, really like this perfume. It has a very strong, like, green, earthy undertone to it, while still having, like, some, like, lighter floral, powdery elements. Overall, it just is very much the perfect, like, springtime perfume. And it's also very fortunate that just, like, overall, I really enjoy the, like, package design and, like, bottle illustration beyond just enjoying the scent. And I guess for the last favorite I'll talk about here is I've been really enjoying going to Five Below. I think they are not a super common chain. There definitely are ones not just on the East Coast. I'm pretty sure they're also in the Midwest and maybe some places on the West Coast, although I don't think I've ever been to one there. But if you've ever been to one, I feel like they're quite similar to Daiso or like a Home Goods, kind of like a combination of the two things. But the main premise is the fact that everything there is $5 or less. Although slowly, both from inflation and also just from the fact that they carry more stuff, there are things that are over $5. Like, a lot of stuff is, like, $5.55, and then at really big locations, they'll also have a, like, $20 and below kind of section. But in the last couple months, with the boycotts that have been happening around Target, I haven't gone to Target at all. But sometimes I still will get that itch to kind of have the experience of looking through the Bullseye's Playground, like, dollar spot section at Target, since I have found, like, so many good things there in the past. And Five Below kind of, like, fulfills that same want, with the stuff actually being a little bit more affordable than even the Bullseye's Playground section at Target. Like I mentioned before, I got this pack of beauty blenders there. Another thing I got there that's really cute, and I have worn a couple times already, is this claw clip that looks like a tulip. The claw clip itself is a little small, but it's really cute for spring. It goes with a lot of like my wardrobe already. And I've always wanted one of these more like cutely shaped claw clips, but I've just found it hard to commit to a design. So trying this one out for like $3 I think was a good option. I also similarly got this pink bow for like $3 from Five Below, and it's really, really cute. Definitely not like the best quality out there, but I did have some pink hair bows, but none of them with this long of a tail, which I feel like is the variation of bows that is really in style right now. And just beyond that, I find it really, really cute. And again, goes with a lot of things in my wardrobe. So that's my little update for right now. You can't see it because I moved it out of the way, but I do have like 2 giant containers of laundry that I have to go through. I don't think I'll do all of the loads of laundry right now. I might just do some of like the hot loads that I have to then put in the dryer. And I'll wait to do the delicates right before we leave, so I can like set up the big drying rack that we have and put those all up there and let them dry during the couple days that we aren't in the apartment. So I think I'm going to sign off right now, work on filming some more videos and editing some videos, and I'll probably come back tomorrow for the last part of this reset. So I thought I would just pop on here really quick for the end of this reset video. I just wanted to come on here to talk to you guys and end the video. Let me guys know in the comments if you enjoyed this type of video and if you'd like me to film more resets in the future. As always, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking, commenting, or subscribing if you aren't already. But with that all said and done, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!